Hi, welcome to August mid-year block of the month. We are on block 11. Can you believe it? We have done 11 or 10 months of blocks, and we're on our 11th. So this month, this is our block. It's a pretty straightforward block this month. Nothing tricky about it. In your kit, you're going to get 4 green fabrics, a 5x5 square and a 3x3 square. And of course, you're always going to add your own choice fabrics and your backgrounds. All the cutting information is on your directions. So it's pretty straightforward this month. You just have to follow along and cut out your pieces. Then the first thing that we're going to do is make some flying geese. I feel like we've done this a number of times this year. The first thing you do is draw a diagonal line on the back of your 2x2, your choice 2 colors. Then you're going to place it on a background rectangle on the left-hand side. You're going to stitch, remember, not on the line, but just a little bit to the left of the line or the outside of the line. And you stitch. Then you're going to trim away the excess to 1/4 of an inch. We'll get rid of that. And you're going to press it open. So then you're just going to repeat that process on the other side. I would stick my next square on here. I would sew, remember, not directly on the line, but a little bit to the right this time of the line, so that when I fold it over, all the fabric gets covered. And again, you're just going to trim off those corners to 1/4, and you're going to press open. And you are going to make 8 of these flying geese units. Just for information, that one's not going to stay down because I didn't press it. So you end up with a flying geese that looks like that. You are going to have 4 extra background rectangles, and you'll use those in the assembly of the block. So really, after you've made your flying geese, it just comes down to following the directions, and you're going to concentrate on the center of the block first. So you're just going to sew all your little squares together in a row, and then you're going to put on your triangle pieces. The trick to getting your triangle pieces centered is, if this was the edge of my block, so I would have my 9 patch here. I would fold this in half, and I would just finger press a little finger press in there. And then I would take my rectangle, and I would also fold it in half and put a little crease mark in the center. And that way I know that my triangle is going to be in the center. So I would match those 2 lines up and sew in the line. You can see here how, you have these little dog ears hanging over the edge. That is perfectly acceptable. That's the way it's designed. So when you sew on the corners, you're going to have those little dog ears sticking off. But if you do the crease in the center of the square and your corner, everything will line up easily. So after you've made your center square, you're just going to complete the block by following the diagram. You're going to take a square of background, one of your flying geese, one of your background rectangles, flying geese square. You're going to sew your edge pieces, so it's flying geese, background scale, flying geese. And I would actually sew those onto my center block first, and then I would sew the top and bottom onto it. Like I said, it's a very straightforward block. Nothing tricky to this one. So I hope you're keeping up to date. We'll only have one more month left. And I have a very special block for the last month. I think you'll really enjoy it. And as an incentive to get people really sewing and keep up, because normally you would have all your blocks done, is if you send me a picture by the end of September with all your blocks completed, and unlike my block up in the corner that I've ripped apart because I didn't like the colors that I had used, that wouldn't count. So all your blocks have to be completely sewn together, all 12 of them by the end of September. I have a little gift for you. So don't get too excited. It's just a little gift, but it's an incentive to get you sewing and get your blocks completed by the end of September. So keep that in mind. And I will check in with you guys in September with another block, our last one. Hope you have a good August and keep sewing. Thank you.